running out of storage on my camera, so let's make this quick. Hey everyone, this is a bit of a reading update. So yesterday I finished Blood and Steel. This is an adult fantasy and I give this 4 stars. I read it, well, I listened to the audiobook, but I'm going to reread it physically. So I just bought the book, got it the other day, and I'm going to reread it physically so I can annotate it, because there's 4 books in the series and I kept mixing up side characters. Like when the main character, when she would mention certain side characters, she wouldn't remind the reader of who they were. And I guess maybe she doesn't have to remind them, maybe it was just me, but I needed some reminding. So I'm like, okay, if I can see the words on the page, I'll remember these side characters better. And I gotta reread it because there's 4 books. I need to be, I need to know exactly what's happening and who's doing what, okay? But yeah, so far so good. It's dual POV. I don't think the guy's POV is needed, and that's a crazy thing for me to say. And I'm not saying that because it's bad, like his POV is bad or anything, but it's just not needed. I feel like we get a lot from her and we get a lot of him from her perspective as well. And whenever we're in his mind, it's not like we're learning anything really new. I mean, I guess at first, but it's whatever. But still, whatever. 4-star read. I'm really enjoying it and I'm excited to go on to the next book. It's about this girl. She wants to be, I forgot what everyone's called. They have different names for different things, but I'm just going to generalize it. She wants to be a warrior, and women are not warriors. They're not allowed to be because it seems like about 20 or maybe like 15 to 20 years ago, they heard of a prophecy that a girl holding a blade, like wielding a blade, is going to be the end of their world. So they were like, okay, all the female warriors, I'm sorry, but y'all gotta become something else, have different careers. So all the female warriors were forced into different careers, or forced, some of them left because they're true warriors. They don't want to have some regular career. Anyways, okay, so my camera actually ended up cutting off, unfortunately. And all I was saying was, so yeah, the women warriors either found new careers or left the land entirely. And Thea, the main character, she's gonna be the first woman after all these years. Okay, there's a lot of noise outside. What was I saying? So yeah, Thea will be the first woman after all. Oh, there's so much noise. Thea will be the first woman after all these years to be able to train as a woman. You'll see why that happens, why she's the one who gets to do this. Yeah. And so the story goes on from there. The guy main character, he's already a warrior. He's one of the top official warriors. He became an official warrior years ago, and he's helping to train these new warriors right now, and obviously helping to train Thea and her new friends that she makes. I'm liking the book, the characters' friendships so far. Like, she has a group of girlfriends, and then she gained some guy friends now training as a warrior, and I like that. Like, I like when the main character has a solid group of girls and now a solid group of guys. Like, she has her friends, and I like it. I like it. Believe it or not, my room is not a mess right now. These are a bunch of clothes I've ordered recently that I need to go through, see what fits, what doesn't, if I should keep everything or return a few things. So yeah, I need to get to that. Yeah, let's get to it. I just threw my book there and my heating pad is right there. And look at my pillows. Okay, maybe it is a bit of a mess. Oh, and you guys saw my nails. I need to get my nails done, but they're just gonna have to look a little ragged right now. I had a bad reaction to some fake nails. So anyways, that's neither here nor there. Let's get to this. You hear the beeping? You hear the noise outside? If you can't, this will be a little awkward, but yeah, always so much noise going on. Anywho, oh gosh, didn't think that through. I fell right on the book. Okay, you know what? Let me stop filming. You hear the noise? You have to hear it. Okay, I'm gonna stop filming and just go through these clothes and eat something. I've been filming all day. Very proud of myself. Yeah. Okay. All right, this is another little spot we can vlog. I have my light on. It's a very cool light. These vlogs, you guys, are just me trying to see how much of a vlogger I can possibly be, because this is a lot of work, okay? You hear the noise? Anyways, just so you know, these clothes are clothes for work. I'm not a shopaholic. I'm a very cheap person. I just needed new work clothes. So that's why I have all these clothes. And I'm gonna return some because I tried on some of the pants and they're just too big, which I should have known. Like, yeah, I should have known the pants would be too big. So, and normally I like oversized pants, but if they're just too long and not gonna work. Okay, I'm tired and hungry. Okay, another spot option. I have it on my dresser. It's sticking to the dresser. Okay, sorry my vlogs are gonna be so all over the place, but I just really need to like get things in order, and it's in order. I think it's getting in order. I'm amazed. I'm on my tiptoes, but I'm so amazed. Okay, so another bit of an update. Another book that I finished, oh, this is very shaky, hold on. All right, that's a little better. Another book that I finished, well, last night / this morning, because I finished it at 4:30 a.m. It was really good, I couldn't help it. Is Just for the Summer. Okay, I thought this was going to be just a cute little summer read. I was like, you know what, it's super popular, let me read this, whatever. I did not expect this to be so good. Like, it's so good. I mentioned my feelings in my mid-year freak out tag video, so you can go watch that. But it was just so good. I can't even believe how much I loved it. I laughed, I cried. The characters, just to give you a bit of a synopsis, whatchamacallit, how do I give a synopsis? I'm not good at this. I should have wrote something down. Pretty much, okay, they both think that they're cursed because every time they date someone, the next person that, okay, say I date someone and we break up, and the next person my ex dates is his soulmate. And that will happen with every guy that I date. Like, the next person they date is their soulmate every single time. So that's what happens to these characters. They both think that they're cursed because for Justin, every woman he dates, when they break up, they find their soulmate right after him. And the same for Emma. Every guy she dates finds their soulmate right after dating her. So they decide, maybe we should date each other. They meet on, well, I shouldn't say they meet online. Justin posts something, like a Reddit post, and she sees it and responds to it, and they just decide, oh, let's meet up. Maybe we should date each other to break this curse. And, you know, obviously they end up falling in love. And oh my goodness, it was so good. It was so good. Everything about this, the characters, their personalities, their backstories, the side characters, like everything, their family situations, like, oh my gosh. This book was really good. It was so good. Way better than I would have ever imagined. And I see why this author is so popular. I get it now, okay? I get the hype. I get it. Yeah, I will be reading more from this author because it was just so good. Okay, something else I need to update you guys on is a book that I read before these two books. And I've realized reading a fantasy and a non-fantasy book at the same time is perfect for a mood reader, at least perfect for me. Yeah, I think having two books to read at the same time keeps me from getting too bored with the story, things like that. So anywho, before I read these two books though, I started a book called, I think it was called The Darkest Note, something like that. It'll be here on the screen, by the window because that's the best lighting. I think it was called The Darkest Note, and this is supposed to be a new adult bully romance. Yeah. And I DNF'd it because, okay, the curtains are getting in the way here. Like I said, hold on. Okay, no, okay. All right, like I said, I DNF'd it because the bullying was actually bullying. It wasn't like Penelope Douglas style of bully romance. Even though I did hear Tris 6 Venom by Penelope Douglas, that one had too much bullying as well at first. But I mean like Punk 57. That's what I was expecting, like a Punk 57 level of bullying, which Punk 57, if you didn't know, is a book written by Penelope Douglas. But anywho, for The Darkest Note, that's what I was expecting, like just a cutesy, dark bully romance, you know? But this was like the guy who was bullying her, he had no reason. And usually in like a dark romance or a bully romance, the guy has some sort of reason, like his way of justifying treating the girl a certain way. But this one, he had no reason. Like his reason had nothing to do with her. It wasn't her fault. He was just a bully and a mean person. Like there was nothing likable about him. So I DNF'd it. I was not going to read about this girl being bullied by this guy and then fall in love with him. Like, what? That's ridiculous. But I actually am interested in one of the friends, one of the guy friends' story. Like, I'm assuming all the brothers are going to have their own books, and I would like to know what's in his story, because pretty much the girl, the main character, she gets a scholarship to this, you know, elite musical school. Was it a musical school? Okay, whatever, this elite school. And the three guys, two of them are twins and one is adopted, and then they have a fourth member, and it's their friend, not their brother, but like a friend. And their friend, he had a scholarship, and the three brothers got the fourth friend suspended from school. On my work phone, someone's calling my work phone. Anyways, got him expelled from school, and so he lost his scholarship. So the scholarship was given to a new student, and the new student is the girl. And so the main guy, one of the twins, the love interest, he's trying to make her life a living hell and force her out of the school so they can give the scholarship back to their friend. The girl has nothing to do with this. It's literally the brother's fault why their friend was suspended. I mean, expelled. Which one's worse, suspended or expelled? Expelled is worse. So yeah, it's their fault, and now they're torturing her. Like, what? Anyways, one of the brothers, the other twin, he had a thing with one of the teachers, like one of the young teachers, and they had a thing before she even knew he was a student, like before she worked at the school. And it sounds like she's either a black woman or a brown woman, like a dark-skinned South Asian person or something. So she's either black or brown, and now I'm interested. Now I want to read that book, because I'm like, wait a second, I want to know what happens with that one. By the time we get to that book, I think the characters will be graduated from high school, and then it'll make more sense for him to be able to date the teacher. I think so. Like when I was reading, I think those were my thoughts. Like, oh, okay, by the time we get to his book, it won't, oh, my hand is all up in the camera. By the time we get to his book, it won't be as weird, because then he'll be out of high school. I remember reading it and not feeling like, oh, because I do not like teacher-student romances, but this one I was like, okay, this will be fine, because I think he'll be of age, and that teacher is young. So that's it for my update. Maybe I should do my regular sit-down videos, because clearly me holding the camera is too chaotic, and like it's shaking a bit. And look, I can't even keep it in a good, okay. And I'm not even looking at the lens properly. All right.